important. We need to support our new mayor. Are y'all with me?
Yes!
Wow. So the welcome is coming from Mayor Gary Lightdale. Give it up for him.
Thank you all, and welcome to downtown Dayton. I penned a few words last night that I wanted to read to you that I hope will mean something. I'll just start reading. We're all gathered here this morning to celebrate the life of Martin Luther King Jr. Mr. King's legacy was to ensure equal rights for all human beings in the United States. When we think of Martin Luther King, we associate his name with three things: leadership, greatness, and change. There are many definitions of leadership. The one that I always remember is the one that states a leader is someone who takes people from where they are to a place they have never been before. There will always be room in this world for more leaders. The very fact that all of you are here this morning demonstrates to me at least that we have many leaders in Dayton.
Yep.
Greatness. Shakespeare wrote in Twelfth Night that some men are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Martin Luther King himself said, "Everybody can be great, because anybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verb agree to serve. You only need a heart full of grace, a soul generated by love." Hence, we all have the ability to achieve greatness. Again, I commend everyone who has come here this morning. Leadership and greatness go hand in hand. I ask that every single one of you demonstrate your own leadership and greatness within the circumference of your life circle in order to bring about the third element, which is what is needed here in Dayton: change. Change has been a buzzword for at least 2 years. Change doesn't happen, and government is too slow to enact the change we need. Change comes from the individual. When individuals work together, change comes more quickly because collectively we are able to enact that change. Every year since 1986, on the third Monday in January, we come together to remind ourselves of the achievements of just one man who, against all odds, stood up, assumed responsibility, and applied his principles for the greater good of all citizens. While we remind ourselves of the achievements of Martin Luther King Jr., we should aspire to expand on our own achievements and capabilities. There are absolutely no guarantees in life, yet it is everyone's role to strive to uphold the Constitution of the United States and the spirit of the Declaration of Independence, which does not guarantee, but does allow every citizen the right to seek liberty and to pursue happiness. May God guide all of you in the direction that He desires. Thank you.
Go, guys!
Give it up for him better than that. Give it up for him. Give it up. I'd like to bring up Commissioner Foley. Let me say something about Commissioner Foley. He has a few words that he wants to share. I work with Commissioner Foley with the visuals on Saturdays, and I want y'all to know that he is committed. And for the young people out there, listen, we do not like RIP, rest in peace. We do not do the crazy shirts y'all wear. No, stop. It's LIP, it's live in peace. Live in peace. And if we're going to put RIP on our shirt, it should say respect individual potential. We want to live in peace. Can I hear somebody say live in peace?
Live in peace!
Louder, live in peace! Y'all know I'm loud. I'm a ghetto Christian and I'm proud of it. Let me bring it up. Give it up for Commissioner Foley. Give it up. Give it up.
I want to say good morning, good afternoon, actually, to everybody who came today. Thank you so much. I think the question that we have to ask today, one of the questions is, how do we interpret what Martin Luther King would want in 2010? And I have a brief couple things that I thought about. We all know that we've been troubled by our economy, and we want to see an economic recovery, right? But I think Martin Luther King would also say that we need to couple that with with a moral recovery in this community. There was a pastor in Washington, D.C. named Jim Wallace, and he had a short quote. He said, more and more people are coming to understand that underlying the economic crisis is a values crisis, and that any economic recovery must be accompanied by a moral recovery. We have been asking the wrong question. When will the financial crisis end? The right question is, how will it change us? If we could use this time to re-examine the ways we measure ourselves as people and also measure ourselves as a community. And so if you ask me, what would it mean to couple an economic recovery with a moral recovery, and what would Martin Luther King say about that? I think a moral recovery would mean that we have fewer gun deaths in Dayton, Ohio in 2010. I think a moral recovery would mean that regardless of your politics, more people would have access to health care in our community.
All we just go to ER.
I think Martin Luther King would say also that a moral recovery would mean that Wall Street companies should be able to make money, but if the products they make harm Americans, then that should stop. And a moral recovery would also mean that we need to act more regionally. We have 26 jurisdictions in this community, and sometimes we don't help each other. We need to help each other more. We need to look at the collective good versus the individual good. And finally, I think a moral recovery would say, as a human being, what do I do? What are the things that I'm falling short in, and how can I be better? And maybe that means that you have to listen more. Politicians, we like to talk, so maybe I need to listen more, right? Also, maybe it means you have to, in 2010, fix a broken relationship or work on a new one, right? So for all those things, I think that's what Martin Luther King would say, that not only do we need an economic recovery, but we need a moral recovery. And thank you for spending your morning with us. Thank you very much.
Give it up for him. Give it up for him. Hands up. Peacemakers. Wait a minute. Put it down. Put it down. Some of y'all know y'all not real peacemakers. I'm talking about the real peacemakers. Put your fingers up in the air. Okay. So make sure I see you at the vision next week. Let me move forward. Thanks for doing nothing so powerful. We have another elected official, Mike Turner. Y'all give it up for Mike Turner. Give it up. Give it up. Wait a minute, Mike. That got me mad. I don't like that applause. Y'all give it up for Mike Turner.
You guys look fantastic.